Hello my fellow cigar smokers and welcome to Smoker Spot. We are doing another review and this time it's a Cuban where we were already doing an unboxing, I think around 2 months ago. And that is the new Por Larranaga, and in this case it's the Galanes. Let's see how this one tastes. So guys, the Por Larranaga Galanes, the newest addition to the Por Larranaga line. In this case it is an Petit Robusto and it has a ring gauge of 52 and is 4.75 inches long. Actually, it's the first addition to the Por Larranaga line, I think in 6 years or so. And as another specialty, they're using their old band, the golden band that they used to use like back in the days. So kind of vintage look. But you know, most importantly, let's see how it tastes, how it smells, and how it feels. We were already doing an unboxing on this one, and a couple of people were really excited about this cigar, so it was laying in my humidor now for quite a while. The box set is also a while ago, so hopefully a good one. Try it. No, the draw is good. Leather. Sweet leather, if that makes any sense. Smell, unfortunately, almost nothing, but that has absolutely nothing to say. Jesus Christ. Por Larranaga, kind of one of the, I don't want to say boutique brands within the Cuban brands within Habanos, but it's one they don't have so many vitolas. Back in the days they used to be bigger than right now. At the moment they're just playing in a niche, you know. But this one is interesting, not only because it's the first edition in 6 years and they're using the old band and so on, but also because of the price. Quite a nice Robusto for around 9 euros. That's $11 something. So that was quite impressive. And it's coming in wooden boxes of 10. So you get a box of 10 Cubans under 100 euros. That's not so often. Draws effortless. That's always the first relief when you're starting a Cuban. And in the beginning I have the really typical earth and leather aromas coming through. No pepper at all, no bitterness. Seems to be very mild. Very good start. A very good start. Unfortunately, they released it like 2 or 3 months ago and already nowhere to be found right now. Their distribution philosophy is, I don't know. How we talked so often about Cuban cigars and all that stuff. Actually, a quite successful episode I was doing, I think 2 weeks ago or so, was storing and handling of Cuban cigars. So if you want to know a little bit about Cuban cigars and what's the difference to non-Cubans in regards of storing and handling, go check it out. Guys, I would say good start. Nothing untypical Cuban-wise. I would say let's smoke it a while and let's see how it develops. Let's see what's going on with that stick. So guys, back with our Por Larranaga Galanes, the newest addition to the Por Larranaga line. A good Cuban cigar, a very good Cuban cigar. We have the typical flavors, earth and leather is there. In the second third it developed a very subtle and nice sweetness and an overall creaminess. I'm officially impressed by that one. That was a very good buy. And you guys know I'm always a little bit cautious when it's coming to Cuban cigars, right? But this one is good, really. Especially when you're taking the price into account. That's quite a thing. Por Larranaga, as I said in the introduction, has quite a history. I think it was founded in the 1830s, I think 1834. And as far as I know, not digging too deep right now, but either it's like the oldest Cuban brand or one of the oldest. So 2021, making over 180 years cigars right now. So as I said, in the meanwhile, they started very good. It was actually founded by a Spanish immigrant. And that's also where the name is coming from, because the guy's name was Ignacio Larranaga, and Por Larranaga means nothing else than by Larranaga, so made by Larranaga. Simple. And by the end of the 19th century, they were like a very good running premium Cuban cigar brand. And it stopped, and it worked until the 1970s or so, and then in the late 70s, beginning of the 1980s, it started to get into some trouble, and for some time it was just limited to a few countries, Canada, funnily, and some countries in the Middle East, and way back later, like in the late 90s, beginning of 2000s, they were coming back with a few Vitolas. And by now, I think they on the market with 3 or 4 Vitolas. So, as I said, quite a small brand within that Habanos universe. But they're doing good. It's one of the cigars that are more or less reliable and always not so expensive when you compare it to like a Trinidad or even a Cohiba. And they're also getting their tobacco from, we even have it on the band here, Puerto de Abajo, or one of the most popular regions in Cuba where they're like harvesting tobacco. So you're smoking a piece of history, more or less. And maybe that's also the reason why they're putting the gold band back on it. Reminiscence of the good old times where the Cubans were in big business. What I also like, and it's not so often with Cuban cigars, is the smoke output. It almost feels like there would be something like a Connecticut Pro Leaf or so as a wrapper. It is not, it's all Cuban, but the smoke output is incredible. And it's just an overall good feeling. Unfortunately, as I said, hard to get at the moment. Hopefully they will get this situation fixed sooner or later, so they can get a few more Cubans when they are available at all in your region. Guys, that was nice. Good Cuban cigar, always love that. The Por Larranaga Galanes. Guys, if you have a chance, give it a try. Good cigar, good Cuban cigar. Typical Cuban flavors combined with a very nice creaminess and sweetness. So if you're into that, if that's your palate, if that's the region where you're feeling comfortable aroma-wise, go and get it. Price is also attractive, very nice. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can smoke a good cigar like that Por Larranaga. Enjoy life, most importantly, stay safe and stay healthy. And I hope to see you around that smoker spot. Cheers.